Hey, good morning. What's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How are y'all doing today? Oh, I'm doing great. Feeling great. Weather's great. I'm hoping y'all feeling the same way. So, today I want to talk to you guys about leaving the organization. Yes, throwing up the deuces and getting the hell up out of there. Because, you see, this is the thing about leaving the Jehovah Witness organization. It's not like leaving anything else in your life. Because chances are this is the first time in your life you've ever been involved with a corporation that literally does any and everything to keep you locked inside. And they don't just lock you in like just, make you do stuff all the time. They lock you in mentally, They have you mentally locked in. They have you mentally feeling like, oh, this is like every time you do something you ain't supposed to do, or every time you do something that will get you in trouble as far as a Jehovah Witness. It's my organization. But it just makes you feel uncomfortable anywhere outside of the organization. So that's what I want to talk about today. Today I want to make sure that if you're newly, out of the corporation or whatever, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to. It's the only way to fully get out and land on your feet. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because like I said, being a Jehovah Witness, they spend a lot of time, energy, effort, and resources making sure that they have leverage over you to keep you in. Oh, you have a family that's inside the organization? Great. If you want to keep talking to them, then stay inside the organization. Oh, you have a wife inside the organization? Amazing. If you want to have a good marriage going forward, you better stay inside this organization. Oh, look at that. You just had a baby. Isn't that great? Don't you want to be a parent and not run into any hindrances while you're raising your child? Yeah, well, you probably should stay in the organization. Oh, your boss is a JW? Wow, you met him through networking through the Kingdom Hall and stuff, and now you want to leave? I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not if you want to keep your job, so you better stay in and shut up. Because these things keep money flowing into their pocket. Even if you are PMO, if your wife's not PMO, then they're still going to get money from her. They just need you to shut up. And they know that if you do say something, your wife will snitch on you. Anybody will snitch on you. Your mama snitch on you. Anybody will snitch on you if you're doing anything that's contrary to what they want you to do inside that organization. So once you leave, you have all these things in your mind. Well, first off, you got to make a great sacrifice, usually, to leave the organization. You have to sacrifice something, whether it be family or anything else. There's usually a nice little sacrifice that comes along with leaving the organization. And after you make that sacrifice, now that you're out and you feel free, good. You will feel free. You will feel happy, and you'll want to just shoot out and do any and everything. First off, I highly recommend you don't do that. Don't just go out and just do everything like a wound up rubber band and just pop out and just go crazy. That's the first instinct. Don't do that. You should sit back, find yourself. That's what you should do. Find things that you like to do and do those things specifically, and then test certain other things, Test things to see if you like them, if you're feeling them or whatnot. Don't go crazy, though. Don't do, no drugs and, no crazy stuff. But once you do get out, just know there is a certain thing that I'm still suffering from myself. There's this uncomfortable feeling that's just always there. It's like XJW dementia. It's nothing there, but for some reason you're uncomfortable with almost everything. It's like having a little bitty clown on your shoulder that's violently beating off wherever you go. You're just uncomfortable around other people. You're uncomfortable doing things that normal people would just seem to do without any hesitation. And this is all drawback from being a JW, a MEW. It's something you got to get used to. It's an uncomfortable feeling that you got to get comfortable with. You got to know going in, I'm probably going to not want to do this. This is probably not going to be like the most fun thing to do. But once you get over that, 90% of the times I try something that I was uncomfortable with doing, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a ton. I remember the first time I got on a boat. I don't know why, but it didn't happen till after I left the organization. I know there's nothing wrong with getting on a boat, but the first time I got on the boat, I was so uncomfortable. It was a cruise ship, right? And we wasn't married to my wife back then. We were still just dating, but me and her went on the cruise. So here's the whole scenario. I'm going to be on this cruise ship full of worldly people playing worldly music. And I'm going to be there, just me and her. No chaperone? I wasn't rocking chaperones anyway when I was JW. I was doing whatever I wanted to do. But I always felt uncomfortable kind of doing it. You know what I'm saying? But to just have this entire ordeal, I was so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable. Maybe that's just something that everybody's uncomfortable with, just getting on a cruise ship for the first time. I don't know. But I felt like there was something extra there also. Because I'm not a scary person. Like, I'm not scared to try new things, except when it involves other people. Especially when those people aren't JWs. Those were the most uncomfortable situations I could ever prepare for. Or just in general. And now that I've gone, it's gotten a lot better, especially for me, but it's always hard. It's a constant feeling, and it's a constant battle against being uncomfortable, you know? I don't even know if I'm explaining it right. But if you're ex-JW, you would know. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's this always uncomfortable feeling that you have with things that normal people are just like, man, why are you uncomfortable about that? That ain't nothing to be worried about. You know, like every Halloween, every single Halloween, I actually enjoy Halloween personally. It's fun. The kids love it. You get candy. People are hilarious. Women dress in really scantily clad clothing. It's fun. It's amazing. I always get so uncomfortable every year. Whenever it's Christmas, it's fun. I get gifts. I get my kids gifts. They're so happy and joyous, and it's great. And I put up the Christmas tree and Christmas lights. Everything looks beautiful. I feel so uncomfortable. Oh, Thanksgiving comes. There's food everywhere. The family comes in. Well, my wife's side of the family, because you know my family. Haha, JW. But everything is great. I am so uncomfortable while I'm doing it all, you know? Like, it's a constant battle, whereas I would just advise you, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's not a crippling feeling. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, I can't do anything. Like, I don't want to move. I'm so uncomfortable. No. But it makes, it's noticeable, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes things like just a little bit harder to do, you know? That will otherwise be like second nature to you, you know? It's kind of hard to do. It's hard to even explain. Because I just sound like I'm a pussy, but I'm not. It's hard to do. Sometimes you want to just go out there, because this is the thing with me especially. If I'm going out somewhere and I want to do something, I can usually be excited about it, and then, you know, I'm just ready to go as soon as it happens. But a lot of the times, I feel that my excitement for a lot of things have been robbed from me, you know? Because I don't feel as excited as I do, like, uncomfortable, you know? Like, it's like, I would rather just stay at home and lay in bed and not do nothing, you know? As opposed to, like, willing myself through this nonsensical, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not important. It's not really relevant. It's something that's actually kind of fun, but I have to will myself to do it, you know? It's me being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Just knowing ahead of time, like, okay, I'm going to be uncomfortable with this, but it don't matter because I know the end result is going to be me having fun, you know? For example, I'll give you a really recent example. Just last night, right? I went to the YMCA, and there was a bunch of people playing basketball. I love basketball. I love it. I love it so much. But of course, there was a bunch of people who never been Jehovah's Witnesses. And this familiar feeling comes back to me every single time it's a group of people outside playing basketball. I'm like, I shouldn't even say nothing to them. I don't even want to put myself in that game. And I know I would feel way more comfortable with JWs. And it makes no sense at all because I hated playing basketball with JWs. Because I used to curse all the time. Like somebody do something good, I'm like, yeah, good shit, boy. But I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? With JWs, I will always catch myself like, can't say that. But anyway, yesterday, I once again made myself comfortable with being uncomfortable, walked up to him. All right, who got next? Oh, you got next? Can I run with you? Yeah, I can run with him. I bet. I ran with him, had a great time. Now, my knees and my butt cheek, especially the one on the right, is extremely mad at me this morning. Like, bro, what the hell are you doing playing basketball? You are in pain today. Get used to that. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable with these knees you're going to be feeling all day. And this injured butt cheek you have right now. Get comfortable with that uncomfortableness. But outside of that, man, it's a constant understanding of yourself and just being aware. Don't feel like you can't do nothing. Don't feel like you shouldn't do nothing. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable and live your best life. You know what I'm saying? I hope you do. I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, especially if you've never been a JW for an extended amount of time. But if you are an ex-JW, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, that uncomfortable feeling you constantly got to fight, man. I don't think it ever goes away, but it does get better. All right? Anyway, it's your boy, JD Comedian. I hope y'all having a great day. Please subscribe if you haven't. Holla at your guala. Deuces.